Darren Gough, who has popped in to see us. Hi, Goughy.
Hello.
So there was a bit of a feeling that 2-7-2 was going to be pretty tough to chase. How you feel about the start England have made?
Well, kind of carried on from the winter, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like.
I think average score there was, 246, 247. I think they have played there on a couple of occasions, but the average score tends to be around that mark. But you could slightly up that purely because the way they play now, and both teams are packed in batting. So I thought around 265. They managed to get 271. England I thought slightly played different. I thought they'd come at the new ball. The triters, Zach Crawley, action replay, like I said, caught off a wideish delivery.
It was so wide, wasn't
But that's how he gets out, isn't it? He can play some wonderful, wonderful cricket shots, and he is a wonderful talent. But unfortunately, he keeps getting out.
Yeah.
Now, gets out in the same way, Gough.
He gets out.
Talk me through the thought process of that, getting out the same way nearly every single time.
Because I don't think like that.
No.
I used to bat number 10.
Yeah.
And I still didn't think like
All right, but as a bowler, are you bowling at that?
I'd be happy. I'd bowl that line to him all day. He can hit me for 3-4s in a row, but he's going to nick one. It's just the way it goes. And they're now in a situation, and this is why Joe Root, remember only a few years ago, Joe Root got dropped from the white ball team. We brought him back. And this is why, because it's nearer to Test cricket than anything else. And for him now to be coming in this sort of situation is ideal for him. This is why he's picked. You hopefully he's the one who's going to go on and play an innings like Kusal Mendes did for Sri Lanka and get that 3 figures of 70, 80, 90 and see the team home. But it's not going to be easy. We know over there the pitch is slow. They've got lots of spinners in their lineup. One on now, Dhananjaya De Silva. He's come back into the side for Sri Lanka. And they've got so much option with a spin department. It'll be difficult in the middle overs, but if they win from here, it'll be a good victory.
Yeah. How did you think we bowled? It looks like Adil Rashid was the pick.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that going in with 2 seamers only was always going to be a gamble because who's going to bowl at the end? And he's left it to Overton, who I thought actually bowled quite well this game. Unfortunately, his last over's going to spoil his figures. He's ended up going for 66, and on paper, it'll say, well, he's bowled rubbish.
He went for 23, didn't he, in the last over?
Yeah, but with a new ball, he got bounce, he had pace, he was bowling 145 clicks, what's that, 90-odd miles an hour. So, pretty impressive, right? Sam Curran does what he does, mixes it up, lots of slow balls. I thought he captained really well, Harry Brook, actually, with the spinners. He manoeuvred them around pretty well, and because that's sometimes not easy. When you've got 4 spinners, which he did have. Well, he's got 6 if he wanted, but he had to use 4 of them. And trying to get them in without upsetting their rhythm, I thought he did a pretty good job. And well done, Adil Rashid, another 3 for 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Sam Curran. I'm always amazed he's not more involved in the Test team. Or he seems to have a cool head, a good option.
He's matured, hasn't he, these last 2 years? I think the IPL, as much as you want to criticise franchise tournaments, has made him a complete cricketer. And these sort of pitches he is dangerous on. He's a good batter. You've seen how clever he is with the ball, lots of slow balls. He's a potential leader going forward.
Yeah.
If Harry Brook decides he doesn't want to do it or they make a change at some point, I think he'd be the obvious choice to be the next captain. But yeah, underrated cricketer. And I think people are realising now how good he is. I'm not sure he'll be in a rush to get back to Test cricket because he's earning that much money going around the world playing in these tournaments.
This is the problem now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big problem. And whoever's in charge, whoever's the next selector, will have that job to try and persuade him.
Is that going to be you, Goughy? Are you the next selector? I thought I'd ask.
Well, yeah,
I'm not selecting, but if I was selected, I'd probably select myself.
Well, Luke Wright
would select myself for anything.
Yeah. Luke Wright has stepped down, former Sussex and England player. He was doing the job. He has stepped down, he says. It's his call. You do wonder whether this... when you saw that news, you thought, is this where the clear-out starts?
I think everybody would have thought that originally.
But what about the role of the sort of modern selector? Because they did away with selectors and then brought them back, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it's important you have a selector. I really do. And the reasoning is it's got to be someone who can question both sides. I think the problem with Luke, and it's not his fault, he applied for a job that was there, the job description, is basically it was reporting... He wasn't picking the side. He was putting players forward, and then it was up to Stokes, McCullum, probably Key, right, to select.
Yeah.
So I know Steve Harmison's been on here and called it a yes-man job, whatever. It might have ended up that way, and I think he might want a bit more responsibility. I don't know. Or he has been. It's part of the mopping up, and it's
Yeah.
going to take time. But remember, we've got a World Cup here, and it's the wrong time to be making big decisions about who's going to do what with a World Cup just around the corner, because we want England to do well in that.
Yeah.
But the job, I think it's got to be more and have more hands-on. You've got to be part of that selection, not just putting players forward. You have got to be seen at the cricket grounds. Look, you don't.
That's been a criticism, isn't it? That they've not been out watching county cricket.
A few guys have come out and said it, haven't they? And I think they're right. Now, if I was a selector, I'd want to be seen at the grounds that are not as trendy.
Yeah.
It's easy to pop up to Headingley or pop to the Oval or pop to Old Trafford, where lots of England players come from. You've got to be going to the grounds like Bristol. You've got to be going to Northampton. You've got to be showing, but county cricket matters, and people that play at county cricket who do well have got a chance of playing for England. Now, the messaging from the top to county cricket has been a negative one, and it's going to take a lot of clearing up that and a lot of goodwill going forward. And it needs someone who's going to go in there and put the hours in, and by watching those you don't need to go watch Harry Brook bat.
No.
What's the point of me going to watch Harry Brook play for Yorkshire if I was a selector? I know how good he is. I've seen that. You want to go look at players who are on the just not far away. You want next line in. The Lions so much. So.
Is there any problem with the style that Brendan McCullum wants them to play? It doesn't work particularly well at county level, so it's difficult.
Well, the pitches are not as good.
Yeah, so it's difficult to
get an idea of whether
those two
someone's
things.
up to it. Yeah.
And you've got to remember as well, a lot of players try and play a certain way when they haven't got the talent to do it. Brendan McCullum averaged 38 in Test cricket, and he was a fantastic player, but he got better with age. When he was younger, he was reckless, right? And it took him a long time to... The IPL developed him to be able to play that way. You look at his strike rate in Test cricket, it's something like 60, 64. I think Joe Root's over that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So when they talk about, he invented this game, he didn't. Later on, that last Test match he played and some of the one-day innings he played in the IPL were outstanding, and he was a brilliant player at the end, and I really enjoy it. And I enjoy watching Bazball. I enjoy watching it. But what I don't agree with is sometimes it's the lack of thinking. You have to look at the wicket. You have to see how players get their runs. If you're batting second, see how they get their runs and play to that. Harry Brook, 3 years ago, were playing a positive brand of cricket. It was unbelievable to watch. Hitting the ball, walking down the wicket and down the ground, short, pulling it, hitting it through the covers, He wasn't going in second ball, trying to sweep a 79, 82 miles an hour seamer and getting his balls knocked out. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ramp shots, yeah.
I want to see him playing aggressive cricket. I want to see him playing a Brendan McCullum style of cricket. But I don't want to see him trying to sweep when he first gets to the wicket.
No.
Joe Root tried that a few years ago, and he's gone back to being Joe Root.
Yeah.
Right? And how good is it watching Joe Root bat?
Yeah,
how good was he watching Jacob Beffel bat?
Yeah, well, he's coming up. I think we're all looking forward to seeing him batting this one.
Well, it might be a slightly different innings to play here, but that innings he played was a proper Test match number 3 innings.
Yeah.
And it was, look how many plaudits have said because of the way he played.
Yeah.
He built an innings from scratch all the way through to a fine 100. That's what you want to see in 5-day cricket.
Do you fancy the selector's job, Gough? You wish you'd come and get me, please?
I haven't got any job at the minute.
It's a hell of an application, I thought that.
I don't know if Rob Key's at home or he's out there, but you heard it. If Goughy,
I don't know if he's still talking to me, to be honest.
Yeah, right.